What is up, my little Danos? Webs is CEO Gods of the Helsinki Dragas, and I'm here for the Week 3 battle for the Pokemon Premier League Season 3, when I go up against one and only PokeMD that, honestly, I've been looking forward to play against him for so long. I watched his content probably for 9 years already, ever since I started playing Draft League and got into competitive Pokemon. I watched him, so it's really surreal, and I couldn't believe that I get this chance. Like, you couldn't tell me, like, even 3 months ago that I would get a chance to do this, because I never thought in my dreams that it would come true. But here we are. The matchup should be popping right about now on your screen, and it's a difficult matchup. But Joey, even though he has been saying that his team isn't like as strong as it has been in different seasons or different leagues that he has done this gen, I do think it's still very strong. And in particular versus my own team, he has quite a few ways to bring like a lot of strong offense with the Urshifu, but also stop a lot of my offense with like Prankster, Thunders, Incarnate can be annoying, Extreme Speed, Tera can be annoying, Screaming Tails can be annoying because I cannot one-shot it and I don't know what it's gonna do. So he has a lot of things for me to worry about going to this, and my team is gonna be a lot different, as you've been able to tell. I made a lot of transactions, mostly because, shocking news, the regenerated team is definitely boring to build with, and I went too safely in my draft once I got sniped from the rain. So I figured that, you know what, rest of the season I wanna find something different to use, and Oaklebone Wellspring being available was the main motivation for me to make changes, so I dropped Galarian Slowking for that, and after that I started to swap some small things around, like dropping Mienshao for Conkeldurr that I really wanted to use in this generation and be more potent Trick Room abuser potentially. I wanted to utilize Revaroom again, that I really enjoyed in the low tier format, as my now Steel type and Crowded Poison as well. And besides that, like, the team is mostly gonna be more bulky offensive orientated. I lose Hazard Control by losing Fortress, but hopefully it doesn't matter this season. And I'm gonna be swapping from regen balance basically to a bulky offensive approach, which is hopefully more modernized to this generation, how it's gonna function. But I'm gonna be coming back once I'm connected with the Joey PokeMD, and we'll see how this battle is gonna be going down. Very excited. Alright, we're gonna be searching with PokeMD, and shoutouts to all the people that were in the watch party from Joey's side, mentioning that my webcam was a little bit in the way. Don't remember your name, but I'm gonna be calling you Timmy. Thank you, Timmy, for noticing that, and I'm happy to hear it while I was watching it, because hopefully this will be better position to see my my Pokemon in itself on the left side and whatnot. It's gonna help me as well. So he brings the Urshifu Rapid Strike, of course. He brings the Metagross. He brings the Thunders Incarnate. He brings Arboliva, which is the only Tera Captain that showed up, so we don't see Entei. We see Overquill. And we see the Screamtail. Now, for me, I have a dedicated lead in my Conkeldurr that I'm sticking with. I wanted to have a dedicated lead to this matchup because I'm bringing pretty much set up offense with spike support for my Oaklebone Wellspring, and we have fully physically defensive Brad, the Hydrapple, to hopefully help dealing with the Urshifu as best as we can. But we're gonna be rolling with this, with the lead. Conkeldurr is gonna be holding Mental Herb in case of like Taunt or Encore coming into its way, because I have bulk up 3 attacks, and I'm pretty bulky offensive in a sense that I'll take special hits pretty well. And I can hit the things pretty hard in itself, but let's see what he leads up with, as he's gonna be putting down the team. I know how shockingly different team that I happy to bring that he was expecting, but good luck and have fun to PokeMD. Really excited and privileged to have this chance, and hopefully it's gonna be a good one for me to particularly to remember, because these were the opportunities before I retire that I was hoping to get a chance to do. So he leads up with Dustin, which is the Metagross, probably not the lead that I wanted to actually see, which is quite unfortunate. And for me, this probably means that I'm gonna go into my Hydrapple and then pivot into my Wellspring to scout for a Ice Punch. But for now, I'll go into my Hydrapple to take the Psychic Stab better. He may go for Stealth Rocks. This could be his Roger, it could be also the Screaming Tail. But if I see stealth rocks on this, that makes me a little bit suspicious of the... what the Scream Tail will be. I'm gonna take my turn to look at how much that did to me, to get any kind of intel from this set. So we got Hydrapple versus Metacross. That has Psychic Fangs on it. And I am at now 137 as HP. Okay, so that was like a lower roll for max attack. But I'm gonna be scouting for a Ice Punch and go into my Ocarpon here. As he does withdraw, actually. Okay. And we are gonna be seeing the Scream Tail. Okay. So I do have Encore on this if this tries to get out of hand. But I think I'm gonna take this turn to set up a Spike. Because spikes will go a long way for my offense, and if this tries to set up, I have Encore to cover myself here. So for now, I'll press spikes. As I'm faster than it. Okay, that's important to note that it's a more bulkier set. And let's see what he does. As he does go for the Thunder Wave, okay. I was kind of worried that it would carry the Thunder Wave. But this does make me think that then it's not a setup variant. It does suck to lose my speed versus stuff like Urshifu and other stuff, but this is mainly here to provide hazard support and not necessarily to be a winning condition, because Arboliva and Overquill does deal with this relatively well. For now, do I want to continue getting up my spikes here? I think I do. I think I'm fine getting up more spikes as he does withdraw. And we see Meister, which is the Overquill. Okay. He does go for the, or does have the Intimidate on it. As I get another layer of spikes. As he's holding black slots on it. So more bulkier set. But not a... what you call it. This is though fine that if this goes down, cause if I get my spikes up, I can reset the situation that I wanted to with my Conkeldurr and start bulking him up from there and proceed from there. So I think I'll take my chance to get up a third layer of spikes. That will go a long way. He does get up spikes of himself. As I go for spikes of my own. And here, do I want to Encore it? Or do I want to just hard into Conkeldurr here? Because he may go for more hazards here. But I don't know necessarily if he's going to attack me as well. I could go for chip damage myself for now and go for just Ivy Katsu, because I can engage a little bit of damage on this and then Encore it. If needed to. I think I'll engage a little bit and get some damage on it as he goes for another spike. So we are trading spikes at this point. But my Hydrapple does hold heavy duty boost, which is necessary. As we go for the Ivy Katsu, which should be doing a oh my god, I score a critical hit. Oh, I'm sorry for that. That does blow. That does blow for Joey, I'm not gonna lie. But I'll go for another one. It does have a high chance to do that. He goes for another spikes. So we both have traded spikes on each side. And I do get paralyzed, so which is fair enough because I scored a critical hit. But I want to go for this again, because if something like Arboliva comes in, I can Encore it and give myself opportunity to start breaking with one of my setup mons. So I think for now I'm okay with this positioning. And again, like neither of us brought any hazard removal. I don't have one in general, and he does have Sizlikar on his roster, but he didn't bring it. He does go for the Barbarats, as I do manage to go for the Ivy Katsu. So I do put it in the point that it is still alive, so it's able to take me off from here. And I think for now, in case he does something else, I'm gonna Encore. He does go for the Barbarats and it's gonna be taking me out. Okay. So from here, do I want to go into my Conkeldurr? This does potentially have Pain Split, which I'm a little bit concerned about, so maybe I should go into something else than not allow it to Pain Split all the way back up. That seems reasonable. If he goes into Thunders, that would suck a little bit. I could go into you and Drain Punch, to be fair. That's another play I could do, but I think Thunders might be fine. I think I go into Thunders. No, Thunders, my Tornadoes, excuse me. Now, I could go for the Nasty Plot and try to trade this Mon versus the Thunders, but it might be better off for me to stick with attacking for now. And go for Air Slash. As he does withdraw, so he potentially may have Pain Split on it, which is why he wants to preserve it. And we see the Garnets, which is the Screaming Tail. Okay. And it's Heavy Duty Boots. That's good information. It is a little unfortunate for all the hazards that's been laid out, but then I know it cannot be anything else. Now, do I just use this opportunity to go into Conkeldurr here? I think so, cause he's pretty free to press Thunder Wave. I might be spooking him off by having Guts. And I'm pretty specially defensive, so I'm gonna just put my Conkeldurr coming out into the field for now. And go from there, because I don't want my Revaroom to come in here for free. So I go into my Conkeldurr here. As he does go for a Wish. Okay. So I could go for a Bulk Up. Or I could just go for attack, honestly. From this range, I'm not actually sure and if I live 2 hits from this. I should probably check that. For now, I'm gonna hover over the Poison Jab that I'm thinking I should be clicking here. He does 2-hit KO me here, which would be unfortunate. So I think for now I'll go for the Poison Jab. As he does go for Protect, okay. I guess for scouting it's fair enough. So he has Wish Protect on this. So I don't think it has then... yeah, I don't think it then has the Encore anymore, so it's probably mono attacking and with Thunder Wave and Heavy Duty Boots. I think for now I'll still keep attacking this. As he does withdraw, he may go into Overcool and sack it. Meister, which is the Overcool, okay. So I could have gone for Bulk Up there, but it might be okay. It does mean that now the Intimidate user is being dealt with, as he does go into Urshifu. Now I don't know if this is banded, which I guess I could find out here by staying in and proceed from there. If this is like totally banded versus my Conkeldurr. Let's say Punching Glove. Punching Glove could take me out here. I don't know if I should be swapping too much in and out here, so I may want to stay in and just go for a Drain Punch. Because I don't know what kind of set he's running on this, and it's better to hit while it's in front of me, because this is a huge threat to me, and the spikes are up. Which kind of navigates for me to swapping too much, other than to my... okay, that does quite a bit of damage already from the first hit, so I don't want to utilize that turn to be too aggressive with that. Now I do have Tornadoes to go into here, but the Screaming Tail being at full health does spook me a little bit. I could go into my Hydrapple here, because I can start yawning here. The other option is to go into Thunders, but going for a Nasty Plot here is a little tough because it doesn't break the Screaming Tail as I would like. So I think I'll go into my High Trapple here. Which is gonna reveal to him that that I'm also heavy duty boots on it. And for now I think I'll go for the Yarn. Which would allow to reposition myself. The other option is to actually call this swap, because I don't think he stays in here. I think he's gonna go to the Scream Tail. So I think I'm gonna make the double and go into Reva Room, because I do think he's gonna withdraw. Either into Metacross or Scream Tail. Carnage, which sounds like Scream Tail, which it is. So I'm gonna bring my Reva Room here, and I'm gonna go for the Shift Gear. Because I need to start force progress, because my end game looks to be my Diancie. Which I was kinda expecting that to be the case. So I'll go for a Shift Gear here. With all these spikes being up, it does help me out. As he does withdraw. We do see the G3, which is the Arboliva. Okay. So we're gonna be going for Shift Gear here, and this is where we will have to make a pretty big call. I feel like he has to go for Tera Poison here. And that is the only reason he brought it in. And it's leftovers. Okay. I could also go for an Iron Head, but let me see how much these will do. I am at +1 versus the Arboliva. Physically defensive. If it Tera Poisons here, which it should be. I have way better chance to call this to be Tera Poison and go for the high horsepower, so I'm gonna make that play. As he does Terralize. Let me see Tera Poison and make me get this call right. Yeah, that looks to be poison. So hopefully, depending on his spread, this can kill. Let's go for the high horsepower. We don't manage to kill it, unfortunately, though. We don't manage to kill it. It's probably gonna go for the earth power here. As it does. And it does take me out. Now, I have the option to go into my... I think my only play is to go into my Thunderous here, Tornadoes here. And then I need to force some kills with it to start to go for that Diancie endgame. I cannot trick the Diancie just yet, so I'm gonna go into my Tornadoes. And I'm gonna go for the Nasty Plot. It's unfortunate that it did manage to live that hit, but... he might let this go down. Like, I have revealed to have quite a few setup modes. He does stay in. Probably go for a Strength Sap potentially. Or just gets any kind of chip he can. He does go for the Strength Sap. Which does mean it's gonna gain quite a bit of health. So I kind of wish I kept my... I had a way to deal with this Arboliva. A different way, and now I kind of wish I kept that in my prep, but unfortunately I did change it during my preparation. But for now I think I'll go for just for Air Slash, because it's gonna do the most damage to anything left. I have coverage for Thunderous and Metacross to take them out. And I want to be able to... I need to get rid of like Screaming Tails and get myself in a position where my Diancie can press Trick Room, because once I Terralize it, it can kill Metacross with the Tera Blast Fire, assuming I've gotten my Meteor Beam off. So he does withdraw. I assume Scream Tails is once again the answer, yep. And let's see how much this does. He doesn't do as much as I would have liked. I was hoping for a little bit more damage, but I'll go for the Air Slash again. There is a chance for me to get the flinch, so if I would score that, it would be pretty huge. He might be considered if I'm Lumberry as well. If I were that right now, it would be quite strong bring for my behalf, and unfortunately I'm not that in this situation, but I am expert to cover a kill versus the Thunderous and whatnot. He does manage to break through it and does manage to get the Thunder Wave. For now, I think I'll keep going for the attacks, because now keeping the Screaming Tail low does help my Diancie quite a bit. But I would need to find a way to secure a couple of more kills with my Tornadoes. He does go for the Protect, I guess, to gain a little bit more recovery. So from here, my thing is that he may try to preserve this and try to pivot into something else, because I've been clicking Air Slash all this time. So I'm thinking, like, should I swap my moves to cover something else coming in? I could go for an Icy Wind to cover the Thunderous swap, which can be pretty huge. I can go for a Heat Wave to cover Metacross, but I can leave a hit for Metacross from full. So I think I'm gonna call the Thunderous swap and go for the Icy Wind. He does go for the Wish. Right. He is faster than me, unfortunately, so it does mean that he can go for that pretty safely here. But he does have to protect, though. He is forced to protect here. So I'm gonna go for a Nasty Plot here. Because being at higher health does mean that, or being in a higher special attack, it should mean that I should force a kill here. One way or another. Which is really important, because my Diancie cannot really break through all of this with Trick Room being up, and then the Urshifu can revenge kill me. Because I am Terrifier with it. Now that I'm at +4, what would be his play here? I feel like, again, the Metacross shouldn't come in here. I could go for the Air Slash. I think he may want to try to get his offensive threat safely here. So I think for now I'll go for the Air Slash. As he does withdraw. Does he give up on Arboliva at least? Dustin. Which is the Metacross, okay. But it's gonna be taking quite a bit of damage here. Except it doesn't. With that being paralyzed there. But I think I need to try to score a kill here still. So I need to stay in and go for the Heat Wave as he goes for the Heavy Slam. Which I do live. And I go for the Heat Wave and I do take out the Metacross. That's good. That is fantastic. So the annoying part is that the Urshifu I cannot really deal with here. So it's gonna be obviously gonna be taking me out, or the Thunderous. For now I'll just go for the Icy Wind. I don't see a reason to preserve this anymore. As he does go for the Sludge Bomb and cover the swap in. Now I think my only play here is to go into Diancie now. And be able to break from there. He could have Taunt, but I could also see it be more likely the Thunder Wave 3 attacks. I don't know if it would be Taunt. So I go into my Diancie here. And for now, I will just press Raw Trick Room and not worry about Terralizing yet. I have both of my Terramons still alive. So I'll go for the Trick Room here. As he does Volt Switch out. Thankfully these spikes being up, it should mean that I'm able to secure a kill with the Meteor Beam. Unless he goes into Scream Tail and protects. That would be the one way that I wouldn't. But I still gain at least the special attack. He does go into Arboliva. Which will be taking all this spike damage, which I'm happy about. And we get to go for the Trick Room here. And now I'm pretty safely able to click Meteor Beam here. Because even if the Urshifu comes in, it has to take spikes once again into a Meteor Beams. And I don't think it would be living that. So I just go for the Meteor Beam here. Oh, he's slower than me. Oh, that's fantastic prep from his side. Oh, I didn't think about that. I should have Terralized there. Oh my god, I should have Terralized there. That was such a big mistake. That was such a huge mistake from my side. Well, Tera Poison will be able to pick me up. I will Terralize still. It doesn't matter really yet. I don't think it matters really yet. I think for now I'll just go for a Yawn. As it's gonna go for a Tera Blast, which will do a lot because it's gonna be RBC Stab and it has very high special attack. I should have thought about it. I don't know why I didn't think about Terralizing there. But I'll go for the Recover for now. This is gonna be pretty tracky, potentially late game here. Well, actually, it shouldn't, because it's gonna outpace me. What am I saying? It's gonna be taking me out. So good game to Joey. Make sure to obviously check out the interview from his side, because he does do all the interviews, and I probably get to explain a little bit more of my preparation, because I don't think the way this game went, I really got the chance to do that. And it's not really a showcase that I was hoping to do. And it came down to really, for my behalf, that even though it looks like a really tough loss, I noticed the small details that I was playing around with. It ultimately show up here, and it kind of messed up my plan in a couple of places. And Terralizing at the end was, honestly, that was the big mistake. I don't know why I didn't think about the fact that it would be also min speed and whatnot, because it wouldn't need the speed in itself. So good game to Joey. Make sure to check his side as well for the battle in itself, and he's a wonderful editing that Pedro does for him and for the interview. I'm probably gonna be there for the in itself, and we're gonna be showing off the teams, because I really thought I had a good preparation to a degree, but the openings that I left off, he literally brought the things for that. Especially the Arboliva was the one that I'm like, man, my prep is not exactly able to deal with it in a way that I wanted to, but that's what it is. Now I have to bounce back next week, and going 1 and 2 is not the first thing for me in PPL. And hopefully I can do that next week, and I don't, you know, leave myself outside of playoffs, because I would not be happy about myself if I cannot do that this season. But it's gonna be a tough race in this division, and I just need to bounce back from this. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys later.